So we are live. What's up, everybody? Thanks so much for hanging out for Mood Mondays. It's after 8 p.m. and I usually do this in the morning, but y'all know how the time gets away. And I was working for this woman all day.
Me.
So, had a great weekend. Absolutely great weekend. And just wanted to share, as always, what the weekend was about. And so this weekend was pretty special because, well, first of all, was at Twins on Saturday night?
No, was it Saturday night?
Twins on Saturday night, Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah, Friday and
With
Saturday.
Clarence Ward. It was a great time. And I'm going to share a lot of that video and the vlog and that kind of thing this coming week. But yesterday was a really amazing experience. And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about that experience. So usually I do this alone. But tonight, what better person to have than... And the reason why is because, beyond being one of my favorite people, just in general, we had an amazing weekend, and it was based around Alma's singing bowl yesterday. We had an amazing experience. So I was going to share some video from that experience, and what I wanted to do was I figured it'd be no better way than to kick it off by just talking to Alma for a few minutes about the singing bowls. And then after that, I'll share the video. So,
Okay.
hi,
Hi, Aaron.
So let's talk about these singing bowls. I did want to ask you, like, what, when did it begin for you as far as the interest in the singing bowls? Because I guess we talked about it before, but I don't really know where like your interest was first peaked.
It actually showed up in my therapy.
Okay.
I was sitting with my therapist, and we're just talking, and she just like, I just keep seeing you with a bowl, with the singing bowl. And so I held that, and the first bowl that I actually got were these, the Tibetan, the metal bowls, the smaller metal bowls. And
I like the one that
yes.
I like that.
So I've had 3 of them move through my hands.
Oh, okay.
2 of them, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. Like, they went out in the universe and they never came home.
I was gonna say because because of how those bowls look to me, like I like the bowl and the design, and I like the metal and everything. So it almost seems like that would be common with those bowls that they kind of tip away.
Well, the last place that I had it was at one of the children's schools I used to work in.
Okay.
And so it was either there or here, and I haven't seen it here, and I kept checking in there, and I'm like, nope, nobody's seen it. So,
Right.
It could still show up. I keep hope alive that it might come back home.
Is it the same size as the other one you have in there?
Well, but I had 2 of them. I had a smaller one that was deeper, and then I had a larger one, which was deeper, and then I had a smaller one. It was kind of decent sized big one.
Right.
And then I had a smaller one that had a really high pitched tone. And I used to love to play them both. They were really beautiful.
Right.
I was sad when they left. And then I had a little teeny high pitched bowl. I actually know where that one is.
Okay.
I just haven't been to their house to get it.
Okay.
So it's living there. It's safe. It's home.
I don't know. At this point, I don't know.
It's still living there. I'm sure. I'm positive it's there.
It might be. I could bet it's there.
Yeah.
It just might be a little bit of a.
Well, I got the stick to play it. Like, I have all the sticks to
so
play.
what you gonna do? What can you do?
I mean, you could look at them and it'll just be cute. It can be decorative at this point. So I have that, and fast forward, eventually I have the bowl that I have now.
That was what I was gonna ask you next. What kind of bowls do you have now?
No, I got the next metal bowl.
Okay.
I got another metal bowl that I've been holding for a little while now, and I love that tone, and I play with it often. But at a certain point, I've been around people who were playing the crystal bowls, and I would hear them, and I would always just kind of look at them, but not really, like, it was a little bit of a space between me and them. Until I went into, I've been doing a lot with sound, intention, recognizing sound as power, and just in my music flow with sound as medicine or sound as a modality for transformation. And I'll never forget walking into, I've been reconnecting, doing all this really deep work over the last 6 months. And I remember walking into Baltimore Yoga Village and seeing this sign, sound immersion certification.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what? And it was like, and it was the week of the training, and I was like, I gotta take it. And I didn't know anything. I hit the lady I hit Patricia, who was my teacher.
Right.
That Friday I talked to her on the phone, and she's like, well, I'll see if I see you. Out that Thursday, and I was there.
Wow.
I could not be there, and so it took this training, and it went way beyond the bowls. The bowls were like the icing on the cake. Right. It was more about learning tone, the power of toning, and what happens with what they say in the beginning was the word. And there's this thing about what happens when we talk about frequencies and waves and vibrations. So we got into all of that, and spent a lot of time with seeds. It was such an amazing experience. I met some just really beautiful healers, and people who themselves were drawn to, I need to be here. So I played my bowl. I paid that. Was like, see which bowl you picking. I like ding. I was like, oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Right.
And so kept going, and ended up coming back and was like, yeah, I got it. That was the bowl, and so I held it.
And what was it?
It's a G bowl.
Right.
And it's tuned to what they call 432 hertz. And that is considered the sound or the tone of the universe. But it's a very, I love the way that it feels to me. And a G bowl is actually the throat, so they consider it to be a truth bowl, or for working with the throat chakra.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my bowl. I have another bowl, but that's my bowl.
That's the one. So that's cool, and a lot of this they'll actually even see in the video as you're demonstrating and teaching the children. So you had the interest, you happen to be in the right place at the right time, as far as just, how you saw that sign and you just knew right then and there. I've been really appreciative of it because just hearing you, the first time you mentioned it, when you were just like, I'm going for this sound healing thing, and it made so much sense to me because of the fact that where you are in life right now, and the work you're doing. And this was actually linked to when we were talking about, I guess about a year or so ago, when we were talking about you doing a live stream, and I was talking about a meditative thing, and I thought about the singing bowl then, because I just knew, you're a vocalist, everything you do is passionate and deep, and it's just resonant. So it's like the perfect pairing. So now you got Bear and Bow, and you have singing bowls. So yeah, I think it's great. So I just wanted to share that. I wanted to celebrate you.
Thank you.
And the accomplishment.
I'm looking forward to moving into the next training, the next certification level.
That was one.
Which would be Sound Immersion 2, introducing to some other aspects of toning. And, the other thing is too, like, when you start working in this energy work, combining it with other energy healing modalities. And now, all of a sudden, it's introduced me to a whole world of people who have gone ahead. So my study has just been feeding me. It's taking me like over the river and through the woods, like to Alchemy's house I go. Like I'm learning sound and learning from people who have already gone ahead. And I remember one of my teachers reached out to me, who I did not know was a sound healer. Did not know she was a master sound healer. And she reaches out to me about work she's doing in Arizona. And she said, I wanted to sit in her and take one of her classes in her training for a particular modality she teaches. She's like, Amma, you have the greatest healing device of all. I'm like, what do you mean? My bones? She's like, she's like, no, your voice. And so the pairing of it, and it's really been about becoming brave to make the sound. That's been interesting. Exploring sounds and what comes up out. So it's going to be a great journey.
So this is the beginning of the journey. So
Yep.
I celebrate you, and I thank you for sharing, because that was, I think it's going to be so meaningful to people, and so for them to be able to hear, directly from you what it is for you, and then to witness you experiencing it in the beginning of the journey, I think it's amazing. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So now we're gonna go ahead and let me see, how do I do this? I gotta go here, I think. No, not there. Let me slide this down, go there. And then this video that they're gonna watch right now is the very first day that you got your singing bowl.
Okay.
And the first day that you pulled them out, you showed them to the family, and it was a pretty memorable moment. So I hope you all enjoy this, and we'll be right back.
Mommy's crystal ball. It doesn't hurt my ears. I could just hear it everywhere. It sounds like it's right next to me. Yeah. It sounds like it's right there. I bet you I can hear it out there. I definitely see. It sounds like it's right next to me. It sounds so
You know what this bowl resonates
That was
with?
really loud. The universe.
Oh, that too. You always
Because
sweet.
it says sound of universe.
But you know what it resonates with, Maylee? What part of the body? The part of you that deals with truth.
The heart.
Well, it's right next to the heart.
The lungs.
Well, the lungs
The
hold
liver.
grief.
The kidneys.
The throat.
intestine.
The throat
Oh.
chakra.
Oh.
The throat chakra deals with truth telling.
Let's
So-
do the foot chakra. He said throat. That's foot chakra.
So the throat chakra deals with telling the truth. And is that why it's hard for you, maybe? Maybe it was hard for you to hear? Because it deals with the truth and telling the truth courageously.
It sounds really loud.
I thought it lower.
Sounds kind of like an alarm. Yeah, like the fire alarm. It was like beep.
How do you feel in your body?
Fine. Good.
Do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it in your body at all?
And what note was that?
G.
That was a G. That was a G in the scale, guys.
Is that what the other one is for? Can you make it into a different note?
No, each bowl is set to its own tone.
Oh. Is that a C?
No.
Or a D? Is it an A? Is it a D?
No.
Z?
Have a seat and listen.
Okay.
This is a B.
Oh, I was about to say B.
So, in the scale, in the musical scale, Tano, what are the notes?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K.
No, sir.
L, P.
No, sir.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And repeat it again.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
So they go in the body. Let's start with the
A.
so your root chakra. What note is that? That is C.
What are you doing?
C, G. Am I right? I'm not right. What's the fifth? What's the G?
What are you doing, sweet
So
hour?
you trying to sing? Which note are you trying
A
to sing?
fifth, a C from this G.
From
G,
there.
C, D, F, C, D, E, F, G, C. So that's the root. Then it comes up to C, D, D, D. Where's the D, Tano? What's the chakra that comes right up after the root? Sacral.
Sacral. I was thinking sacral, but I didn't say sacral.
And then sacral comes right above the root, like right below your belly button, and between your belly button and your vagina and your private area. Yes. So that's where your sacral. Can we say the words? Your yoni or your lingam? Lingam is that's a nice way of saying what a man has, and a yoni is a nice way of saying what a woman has without saying the other words people don't like.
Yoni.
So would you rather say lingam?
Yes.
Would you rather say yoni?
Yes.
Sit up. Sit on your behinds. And so we go up. So your sacral chakra is the
Pay attention,
D.
Maylee. Pay attention.
And
You're
that
about
is
to learn all of
between
them.
your solar plexus and your root. So that was C, G,
No, that'd be E.
G.
That's your G. That's your G, right?
What comes after sacral chakra, Maylee?
I have an idea. Wait, which one is sacral?
Sacral is your
Yoni?
yoni, and it's the color orange.
Okay, so maybe the root.
Root is below, and that's a
I
color
have
red.
an idea.
Okay, go up. What is
Is
it?
it your
Comes up to your belly button.
what was I gonna say? I was gonna solar plexus. That's what I was gonna say.
Well, she said it. So what color is the solar plexus, Tano?
Solar plexus.
Don't mess up Miss Vicky's mask playing
It's
around.
not blue.
No, what color is the solar?
It's red. I mean, no, that's the root chakra. It's yellow. I was about to say that.
So
Yeah.
solar plexus is yellow. And divine will. What comes after the chakra of the solar plexus? What's the next one up? That was what sound is that one again, Miss Sharon? Did you hear Maylee?
Yeah.
Did you hear the E with this G?
It's in harmony with it.
If you could sit still, I might let you try, but right now you haven't been able to demonstrate care with sitting still.
Mm-hmm.
And Tano, you just sung a B when you said, that was a B.
Hey. Oh. Alright, last chakra. Crown chakra. What color?
Indigo. Purple.
Some will say purple, but what
It's
color?
indigo.
We usually represent white.
I was gonna say that.
White light for the crown.
White.
And what letter is a tone, Tano?
The tone is B.
So this is a B. Manny, can you try E for me? At this tone.
She just did it.
That's mainly, it's soft, but it's there.
Yeah.
Oh. Or you can do an octave down. Which bowl do you want to try?
I want to try.
You wanna
I
try-
actually want to try this one.
Take your time, Maylee.
You just gotta
Sounds
keep
good.
going.
It really does. This is a healing frequency bowl. Really good job. If it gets strong, you go slower to hold it at that frequency.
That's the one that's easier for me too when I do it.
You've done crystal balls before?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've not done this. Is my first time doing crystal balls. Very good. You guys did your very first lesson in sound healing. You heard some bowls. Let's have a seat down. Don't hear you, Maylee.
It's getting louder and louder.
132 is considered a healing frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read about that real quick.
I thank you all so much for sharing that experience. So here's the thing. That's just the beginning. Yesterday we had an experience that can't even put into words. So the best way that I can do it is the best way that I know how, is to put in a video. So check this out. This was out yesterday. Extremely special.
The other sound began to emerge as a response to it. That me?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sound healing is about bringing up the sound and the intention, you know, and so opening up the space for the sound to come out. A lot of us hold the sounds back because we don't have the words, because we're concerned about how it's going to sound. So being able to sing the sound to its completion, it's like, okay, now what's coming? What did that make space for?
I forgot your name. Kamisha. How did it feel for you, Kamisha? Like from the other side, you know what I mean, so to speak. You know what I mean?
It felt awesome. I feel lighter even sitting here.
That's beautiful.
And I got some awarenesses from the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea often is that the sounds talk to you, and there'll be certain parts that might catch something, like in the sweep, that opens things up, you know. You want to do another song? I'm going to start, or you want to start?
You can say it.
Okay. It's Rusty. It's Rusty. Isa, Isa. Hey, hey,
Right.
You know, Kamisha being where she was, part of what made it where she was.
Yes.
She won't be there again the next time she comes. She'll be there dealing with a whole different thing.
Without a doubt.
So that's why, to me, if we set a date and say we'd like to do this, and if you can come.
Right.
We're gonna be doing a little mini recording, so we'll ask you to be aware of that and do it.
All right.
And that, my friends, concludes this episode of Mood Mondays, and it concludes my weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out for a second. Do me a favor and go and hop on over to Alma's page, either her public figure page or her normal page, and just celebrate her. Like, I'm super happy about this time because I know what it means for her and what it means for her immediate future. So, again, thanks for hanging out, watching Mood Mondays. Please share with somebody who you think would enjoy this. And I'll see you all soon. Peace. Have a great one.